One take, one take. This is NBA One Take. Featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lake. NBA One Take for your head. This is NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live, Brooklyn, New York. November 9, 2016. 2019. Whew, said 2016. Want to go back 3 years. Oh, man, 2016. Yeah. A little depressed at that time. 2016, November 9th. You know what that means. Trying times for America. You don't leave that one alone. But get back to action. Covered 3 games last night. Went local and also went to my favorite. But the first game I got to get to is the Lakers versus Miami Heat. This game was a battle of the 2 of the best teams in East Conference. And when the game was tipped off, we just seeing that this is going to be somewhat of not of a high-scoring game. I just had that feeling, and to everything I believed, it wasn't. And Eric Spoelstra and his staff decided to go zone against the Lakers, making it believe that they can't knock down perimeter shots and not give up points in the paint. So they went zone. So what did Vogel do? He played the most simple, the most basic way to somewhat break a zone is to play the high post, the high center post and also elbow post, depending on where you at on the thing. But instead of using a big man, he used the guard. LeBron is at the point. So he'll use Quinn Cook, he'll use Caruso, he'll use variations of players to decipher the zone. And he'll have Anthony Davis and Kuzma, depends on where they at. If Davis is on the pitch post situation looking for the repost up, and then the person on the center catch the center part of the zone where, you know, the high at the top of the key. We'll go back to the 3-point line where they would probably have to go out, because if it's a shooter, they're not going to give it. And then Anthony Davis will be by himself. So if the double team does come, it's not going to come from the blind side, because the blind side has to worry about the guy rolling to the basket. And Davis is going to work with that. And guys like Kuzma was hitting down knockdown corner threes because
this is the Canarsie Williams Avenue.
They didn't believe that they was going to really hit it, and they did. And that result, you were seeing a lot of those breakdown plays in zone, and guys cutting and dashing to the basket. So there was a lot of miscommunication on defense for Miami, but Goran Dragic and Butler was the only really ones getting it going. Dragic had 19 off the bench, and Butler had 22, 6 and 7. But it was about LeBron. LeBron again, he had his 20, I think 24, 26. AD had 26, I think. LeBron 25. I don't really, like I said, one take. I'm actually what I saw in the sort of box score. But it was a good effort by the Heat. But Lakers played a good game plan, and it just shows how good this team is. They're really coming along. And LeBron James saying, "Oh, this Wash King." They keep hashtagging this Wash King. I mean, he's doing it too because people kept saying this. I keep saying this Wash King. I keep saying this Wash King. It's not a Wash King. Y'all going by the man. The man leads the league in assists. It's not washed. Oh, you got AD. Oh, yeah, okay. It's not washed. Is he what he used to be before? No. Is he a smarter player than he was before? Yes. That's the thing. LeBron has this. He has this. The wisdom. And that's what he has. He has wisdom. Smart. He's very calculated. Someone like Karl Malone, his later years, he doesn't have to be, quote unquote, the best player in the league. Do I think so? Well, to a certain extent. KD's hurt, so I don't know how KD is. You could say Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, Kawhi at times. You know, like I said, I call Kawhi Jordan in '98. But LeBron is who he is. But he's not washed. Nowhere near it. But the Lakers, they get the smooth victory over the Heat, and they go 7-1. Best record in the NBA. Best record. And they're looking good. Next game I got to get to is hometown team New York Knicks, and it's going to be Kristaps Porzingis versus the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, it's going to be a first game back against his former team. It's not at home, so it's at Dallas. So, you know, I had several people on Facebook and a couple people on IG was talking about how Porzingis may try to go off on them because, you know, how he feel about how things went down in New York. Promises that was made before Phil, after Phil, and while Phil was there. Well, not before Phil, while Phil was there because he drafted him. And after Phil stepped down. But Porzingis, he had a good game. He knocking down shots, especially early. He was hitting a lot of threes. And he had a 29 and 8 rebounds. It was Luka Doncic. He had 38. Luka's looking great. He's almost averaging a triple-double. 27, 9, and 9. Luka Doncic is looking great. And I was watching the game plan of the Knicks, and I knew they was going to beat Dallas on hustle and effort, because I think that's going to be real key for Dallas. It's the extra effort, especially on the offensive end, because they want to try to get out on transition. They're not a fast team, but they have their real controlled pace, if you understand what that is. Controlled pace meaning their pace is not going to be at the highest, but they have a controlled pace, try to limit turnovers, more efficiency, get at a pace where they can, shot clock management to effective field goals, things like that. I mean, I don't want to get too technical with this, but this is why I'm not a coach. I go crazy over things like that. not an analytics guy. I understand it. I know things about it. I'm just not a sole proponent on that and evaluating certain things. But just to get back into the game, I just knew it was that. So I'm seeing, Marcus Morris, he had a great game. So did Julius Randle. These guys has been holding it down. Barrett, my God. I mean, 40 minutes and 3 points, he was terrible. Besides that one little shot he shot from the field, and I don't know. This is not good. I mean, he was on some other things too, but I don't know. It's something about him that just, just something about him. I think he should have probably let his hair stay growed out. That's what my daughter said. She said when he cut it, he's just not the RJ Barrett from before. He should have just let he cut it. It's almost like it's not that same guy. No, like Sampson. But he's got 3 points, but the Knicks got the win. And they wasn't like happy, but they felt that they could grit these games out for these teams. And Marcus Morris was just alluding to that. They got to grit these games out. Randall, I think him, Morris, and Barrett, these are the three guys that has the green light in shooting. Portis had a great game too off the bench. He had a double-double. He's cleaning up. Because he was getting bullied now. They're playing a lot of bully ball with Dallas. And it just came down to Luka Doncic, and he had a step-back three when they were storming back to get the win. When he didn't have to. He stepped back from a three, almost from the logo. It almost went in. I said to myself, what is this? And I know Rick Carlisle, he didn't have an expression. Because I think if it was a different type of point guard, say for instance like a Devin Harris back in the day, or Wadre Boudoir, or whoever, I just remember they point guards. They young guys. He would have strangled him. He'd have probably beat the living out of him in the locker room. Because the Knicks is giving it up. Because Barrett, he can't shoot free throws. He shoots like 30-something% from the line. I don't even know what the hell is going on. He shoots better from three than twos. At least we had people that can't shoot shoot free throws at 50-something%. They shot good from like Bruce Bowen, guys like that. But he had something with the free throw line. He's terrible. I don't know. But the last game, it's I had to watch the replays and certain, but the Nets versus the Blazers is a head-to-head matchup against Kyrie versus Dame. Now Dame had 60. Yeah, let that gravitate. That's 60. CJ McCollum was struggling from the field. CJ McCollum has not been playing well this season. He hasn't. And I'm not saying he's, maybe he's in a slump or just not converting, but he's been struggling. And Dame holding that type of weight. I mean, Simons did have 15 and he was hitting some shots, but those are just like wide open, I'll let you take it type things, break down plays. But there's something wrong with CJ McCollum. He's not converting, and they're losing games, and they keep losing games. And I did post something about their struggles, that they continue to struggle. And What are we going to get in CJ? What are we getting? What are we going to get from them? I mean, I don't know. This is crazy. People have them real high. I mean, I don't have them too high, but they're struggling. And I mean, they have some injuries, but you got to overcome those things. You still have a decent roster. You know, Kyrie was shaking and baking. He was just getting whatever he wanted because the defense wasn't honed on him. And he ends up with 36. And Spencer Dinwiddie was controlling it when Kyrie was out, and then they was doing it together to secure the win. This says a lot about the Blazers, because the Nets is not a great team. They are good, but they're not great. And the Blazers needed that one, but they didn't get it. This is Onetake. It's pretty boy Laker, and I'm out.